right now we all share the same problem, and I don't care whether you have no subscribers or a million subscribers, not enough people know you exist. And in this video, I'm going to be answering a question from someone in real time, talking them through the strategy, who's doing the work in the right order, doing all the right things, and yet to realize the result. And you may find you're in that same boat as well. If you are, I'm Don Pikula. This is Golden Goose Studios. We help you do anything online presentation, video, home office studio related. If you right now think you're doing the right stuff and it's just not working for you, check out this video. I'm looking here at, and by the way, I think you have, I'd like to make, now this is chicken or the egg, right? I'd like to get this, or sorry, this link here. Where does this link go?
I can't actually read that.
All right, let me paste it and show you where it goes.
The screen is fuzzy today.
Do you ever?
It goes to this video. So, good news is, oh, you got your website here. Didn't you do a funnel page that has a gift or something?
Yeah, if you look at self-confident, that's the one to look at because those are the recent ones. I haven't updated on the old ones.
Oh, this is not your channel?
It is my channel.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean the video itself because I put the links into the video itself. Yeah.
Are you?
Got it. Okay, it's there.
So I need to put that in the channel as well, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So self-confident or shelf-confident? Outside of allow any puppet to appear as they deem where on the alley.
Yeah, so this you can do a faceless YouTube video anytime you want. This is a basically B-roll that you wrote the script for, read, right, and delivered. Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's now one thing I would look at though, and I know it's tough to hear this and say this, but 29 videos. It wasn't until I really crossed the 100 videos. Now, early on, those videos that you saw on my channel that didn't have, let me actually bring it up. My first few videos, the reason they converted so high, even though they didn't have a lot of views, was because of who I sent them to.
Oh.
So early on, I only had an email list of about 50 people, 50 emails. I sent the videos, or I sent the videos to their email every week. So at some point, you either got to initiate traffic with YouTube through either lightning in a bottle in terms of a virality of a video, which is tough to do, or pay to have a couple videos get a lot of views. There's YouTube ads, and by the way, you can put YouTube ads on a competitor's video or someone who's in your same space's video. So that way you just flat out buy the audience, the one you want. Or you need to get it, give it some traction, right? Give it kind of the grit to get going. Otherwise, it's just a tire on snow. But if you can put some sand underneath there and get some traction out under those wheels, you'll be in good shape. So these first few videos, if I go back to oldest, especially these videos here, I made these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos first. And that's all I made at first. But I emailed these videos to email addresses I was given. So Sarah, do you have an email list now, even if it's only 10 people?
Yeah, I'm sure I could scrounge up 10.
Somewhere you could scrounge up 10 emails, right? And you could put a post in my group to get more emails. In fact, I bet you your gift that you have in here, your gift, let me see. Oh, it wasn't on that video. It was on this.
Yeah,
it was on this video.
That one.
Are you?
I bet you in here you ask for an email, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm putting that gift on Facebook. Nobody looks. Nobody does nothing.
No, I know. You got there's a pay to play on Facebook that is rampant right now.
Yeah.
In fact, I think in many ways, I don't know if they tell you this, Facebook is purposely not giving you views and likes and putting you in the right spots based on them wanting you to pay them, or you got to generate some of that initial traction traffic first. So if you had, and let's just pause this, look for Facebook for a second. If you had 5,000 followers on Facebook, now, this is not, I don't know the exact ratio, but if you had 5,000 followers, it'd be fair to expect that you're going to get 500 to 1,000 views on every post you make, right? Like that would be your floor. Like it'd be impossible to get less than that with 5,000 subscribers. Now, 500 subscribers, you'll be lucky to get 100 or 200 views. 100 subscribers or followers, you'd be lucky to get like 10 views, right? So this is a little bit of a chicken or the egg scenario. Well, how do I get the followers if I don't get the views? And how Facebook wants you to pay for it, and then it'll find them for you, no problem. But there's also ways to generate that traction organically, and I would suggest at the same time as paid advertising. And when I say paid advertising, don't think you have to spend $5,000. You can spend $10, right? And get something moving. But what I'm looking at here, so here, is this the best thing that you have to capture an email address?
I don't know, because nothing has worked.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Well, here, I don't know where to put my email in here. I guess I can click here. Oh, here we go. Now I can, I'm going to buy something here.
Yeah, that's a discovery call, that one, I think.
Oh, well,
but
I
there
don't
is
know if I'm ready for that.
Confidence affirmations, that's free.
Confidence, is that this? No, this is the same thing. Let me close this and close this. Which
free
one?
Gift, access a free gift, there.
Right here? No, that's what
Oh,
I just
look,
clicked on.
no, you see the one above? It hasn't highlighted the whole thing. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's missing. It has a .com, comma, / Yeah, there's a you might want to go in there and edit that. I'm going to try my best to edit it out of here. And paste that. I'm going to paste that in here. Now, you all can't see my paste, but I'm just going to get rid of the comma between the .com and the / Let me see where this takes me. All right, so if you fix that link, that'll take us here.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Free gift, video on it. Here I enter my name and my email. So once, here's kind of the catch-22 we need to get with here. If we have names and emails, and I say you don't need a lot. I had 50 email addresses, 50 names and emails. And every week, this was week 1, this was week 2, this was the first 7 weeks, I just emailed this video to them once a week. And part of the reason, by the way, there aren't a lot of views on these videos is because I would email the video separately. So I'd post it on YouTube, and then I'd post it on Facebook, then I'd post it on LinkedIn, then I'd email it to them on like another hosted, not YouTube, but I'd host it on Vimeo and send them the Vimeo link. And those 50 people were people that raised their hand, wanted to hear my stuff, they knew I existed at least. And so I added traction to these videos by sending them to people, not waiting for them to find it through the algorithm. That comes later. Or it comes lightning in a bottle. But by finding it, but by forcing it or by helping it or by spoon feeding it or by getting it started, it made a whole bunch of difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
can we do anything to support each other in the groups then? So because I can't be the only one in this situation. Like to get to the first 50 or to get to your first, I'm happy to subscribe to other people's channels and check out their videos. I'm sure other people will be the same too.
Yeah. In fact, if y'all want to put your links in the chat, you can put your YouTube videos in here or your YouTube channels in here. But more importantly would be to go get on each other's email list, right? Because let me show you, and this is actually critical, Sarah Sai. And by the way, is it okay if I use some of this in the video I was going to make anyway? Because this is perfect content for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take you all into inside my more modern version, because what I used to do is take the video, the Vimeo link, and I would email it to them, and I just use Outlook. I didn't know what else to use, so I just blind copied my 50 people, and I sent it in Outlook. And I sent it Monday morning at 7 a.m. Oh, I tell you what, I had it programmed to send at 7 a.m. on Monday morning. But what I do now probably has a little more traction to it, so I'm going to actually take you there. So right now, go ahead.
I'm imagining in Go High Level that there's a way that we can start creating an email list in there as well, right?
Absolutely.
Separate to subscribers, separate to people who've asked. You must be able to have 2 email lists: one of people who've opted in, and another people who you're, reaching out to, right?
Yeah. So number one, I'm constantly trying to generate and collect emails. Emails to me are the most valuable thing I can get at the first point of contact. Well, phone numbers are ideal. If I can get name, email, phone number, golden. right? Now, there are organic ways to do that, but right now it's costing me $2.20 to get a name, email, phone number on Facebook. $2.20 per name, email, phone number. Now, could I get it down to like $1.20? Sure. Drop the phone number off and just ask for name and email. I'd probably get it down cheaper. If I wanted to drop the name off and just get the email, I don't know. Right? I mean, you can always, but I like those three things. I like having those three things. Cost me $2.20 to get. Right now, it's cost me as high as $4 in the past. I got it down to $3. I was running $1.90 for a while. Now it's settled in at $2.20. So that means I can spend, for every predictable $100 or $1,000 a month I want to spend, I know exactly how many contacts I can get, right? And I just add them up. So in a relatively short period of time, be it weeks or months or 6 months, you can make a list of 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 contacts. Now that's going to cost you $10,000 to $15,000 to do, but if you did it over the course of years, right? Does not all be added at once. You could shortcut it, but you do that over the course of years. I promise you've spent $15,000 on something before that didn't give you name, email, phone number of your ideal client, right? So it's just a matter of how we think about that spend. And by the way, that spend's an expense, and we can write it off. We can do stuff with it. It's advertising expense. Then there's organic ways to add to that. Being on each other's podcasts, talking to other audiences, doing lives that are longer than 30 seconds. And if you did an hour-long live or 2-hour-long live, I know, well, I don't want to give my stuff away. Well, if no one's paying for it now, give something away. Have them know you, have them find you, right? I mean, if you did a 2-hour live, it'd be hard to ignore, right? Hard for Facebook to even ignore. But here's what. So the organic goes with the paid on that platform. On Facebook, they are in a pay-to-play mode. And I don't know how else to work around it. Right now, on LinkedIn's a very much a comment and network platform. So if I was going to do some organic, I would go into that world, and I would say, okay, well, I want to comment, share, interact as much as possible, so people start to like my comments, know me, and then you can feel free to partake in the onslaught of direct messages that is LinkedIn. I can't stand it right now. It's just every time I log in, there's 70 new messages of people trying to sell me stuff. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But organically, got it. How many exist? How many are real? I don't know. There's a lot of bots in there. So that's why for me right now.
Them, Don?
What's that?
Do you reply to those?
No, I don't even look at them.
Okay.
How am I going to do it? If I looked at everything and replied to it all on LinkedIn, I'd do nothing else.
It'd be a full-time job. So I need to change that.
Yeah, no. I'm not interested in that. No. But now, so what can I do to get their name, email, phone number? Well, what I do to get their name, email, phone number is that lead form in Facebook. You could also do it from your web page with a gift like you're doing, or a book, but you're going to have to send traffic there. You have to email it to people. You're going to have to message it to people. You're going to have to send it to people you know, or we can help get some traction for you, right? If we all like each other's stuff, subscribe to each other's stuff, it will add the algorithm. Say, oh, well, there's people watching this. Let me put it in front of more people. Yeah, it'll do that, but not at a pace that you'll be happy with, right? It won't do it fast enough. Like what I'm going to show you is once you grab and get that email address through whatever means necessary, through podcasts, through postings, that's a slow way. Podcasts a little bit faster. Paid is the fastest, because once I get these emails, right, once I receive them, I'll show you exactly what happens. And this is the traction part, not the viral part. This is the traction part. Because right now, once they come into my world, I have their name, email, phone number, they're going to get an email from me. All right. And this email that they're going to get is actually, and this is where I varied from previously, I would just email the video directly. Now what they see from me is an email that'll take them to the video, right? To the video. Now, the first couple, you'll notice there's no pictures on here. There's nothing fancy. This is even a little too long, but there's the link to the video about the green screen, and there's a link to the YouTube channel. See, there's no call to action. There's no product. There's no sign up. There's nothing. There's nothing whatsoever when it comes to a pitch or of any kind or shape or form. This is pure value. So right now what's happening is there's 81 people who, today's Tuesday. So Tuesday, what happened at What time was it? Happened at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday, or 10:30 their time zone. I think it was 10:30 Eastern. 81 people got this email, and they moved on to the next step. Now, 81 people are waiting for Friday at 11 a.m. Friday at 11 a.m., they're going to get this email, and this email is about lighting. And it's the same thing. It leads to a YouTube video. So now what I've done is I've moved traffic from one source to another. I'm starting to feed YouTube with people, by the way, not just anybody. Because here's the thing: if we're gonna like each other's stuff and just subscribe to this channel and watch those videos and hit likes, great. But if we're not your ideal audience, that may help. It may feel good, but it's not going to convert. It's not going to even bring people that convert. If anything, it may actually confuse YouTube. Who are these people and why are they all watching this video? See, YouTube's not going to know, oh, well, they're all part of this group, and so that makes sense. See, Facebook would. Facebook would know we're part of a group and we interact and connect. YouTube has no idea. So YouTube might actually get confused by us doing that, but we'll do it anyway because it will get you some traction. But the traction that I'm adding to it is I'm going to send this to 81 people on Friday. Now, only about 10 or 15 will actually click and watch the video. Fine, who cares? What happens is, then Tuesday, they're going to get another video. See, here's next Friday, there's another 81 people waiting for this email. Right, in this email, I did a little bit differently, where now it has a thumbnail with it. They can click the thumbnail or click this or click that. Then they're going to wait. Now there's only 52 people, so this must have been a little lower result week in my ads. So only 52 people, by the way, are waiting for this. And what did I say? It was just over $2. So it was $120 to get 52 people to watch or to sign up and give me their contact info to market to them, right? So spent $120 basically, got these 52 people. They're going to go get this. But what happens is this sequence goes on for months. Here's 55 people. Here's 61 people. Here's 76 people, 75 people. So the traction comes because I've gotten the leads. Here's 64 people. So on Friday, I'm going to send this. Well, let me see exactly how many people I'm going to send this to Friday. On Friday, this is going to go to 3,800 people are going to get an email from me on Friday. Directing them not all to the same YouTube video, but to a YouTube video. And that's the audience that, again, even if let's say only 200 of the 3,800 actually go and watch the video. Fine. What I'm telling YouTube is these are the 200 people really interested in my stuff. In fact, these 200 people, you might want to show one of my other videos too. And YouTube, don't worry, if you don't do it, I will. Make sense? So I'm actually directing traffic to that part of it. So I guess what I'm telling you, if I went through the phases here, and this is actually perfect because if I go through the phases of not enough people know you solution, Sarasai, you're already done with phase one. And phase one is just to post something. And not just once, but consistently, right? Consistently. Phase two is to actually capture somehow, some way, contact information to direct them to the work you're doing in phase one. So phase one is you got to have something for them to look at. When you say, cart before the horse, you call it chicken or egg. I call it cart before the horse. I better have a few videos in there for them to watch when I find them. So Sarah, 28, 29, 30, 50 videos. That's a perfect phase one because now there's stuff to watch. If they go in there and there's 10, 15 videos, they might, I don't know. But when there's 20, 30, 40, 50 videos, that's a great start. Now it's time to capture the email or dig through whatever you have, right? Whatever contact list you can find, start there. I told you mine was 50. And the 50 people that I had got directed to my phase one work. Now it's between 50 to 90 people per week get directed to my phase one work. But that just didn't happen. This was probably 2 years. Now, you can shortcut this by just flat out paying for it right off the rip. But, that'd be you dropping maybe 10 grand to get to this level. You could get there in a heartbeat with enough money. But if you want to get there organically or get there with some kind of paid advertising, you're going to have to get the contact info. Start with what you have And I bet you, Sarah, if you went through, what do you use? Outlook, Gmail? What do you use for email?
Just Gmail so far. I don't know about Outlook yet.
But in Gmail, you have a contact list. Anyone who's ever emailed you and everyone you've ever emailed.
Yeah.
Right? So put that list together, go through it, and make sure like you're not going to send it to things that are going to bounce. If it says, this is a do not reply email, right? It's just like I wouldn't send the email to Amazon to tell them, every time they email just saying your product arrived, right? But go through your list and say, can I find 20, 50, 100? I bet you may have a couple hundred emails in there. A couple hundred easy. Go back through past lives, past careers, past connections. You have at least, I promise, you have a couple hundred people there.
Yeah.
Easy. And you got to send that traffic to the work you did in phase 1. Now, if phase 1 hasn't been started, don't move on to phase 2 because you got nothing to send them to. But you now have something to send them to. This 20 to 50 videos is a great place to start. It doesn't really start doing anything major. I mean, I think major. It doesn't start doing anything on its own with the help of YouTube or Facebook, unless you pay money or get a serious level of audience. These are my audience members, right? Let's say you have a serious audience, and this really starts at about 100 videos and probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 subscribers. This is when phase 1 starts taking care of itself, and it gets so much easier. It's like pushing a rock uphill in the beginning, and people quit phase 1. Really, some people will do once a day for 7 days and they'll quit. I did 7 videos. Nobody watched them. 3 people watched them. I'm done. This is crap. Some people will go through and make 20, 30 videos and then quit. Some people will even make 50 or 100 videos. Here's what I know. It's impossible. It's impossible to make 100 videos following a process and not get better. I can't watch my videos from the past. Just can't do it. But what happens but what I know, I won't even be able to watch this video, right? But what I know is this video is better than my first. And it's more engaging than my first. And it's reaching more to my audience concerns and their hopes and dreams than my first. Mm-hmm. But that didn't happen until I got to a certain point. Now, phase 3 is where I would then come into the subscriber. In some platforms, it's called the follower level, right? You could also kind of get into the likes and the shares. But here's the problem. If we dive into this information too quickly, it affects our mindset and our commitment to phase 1 and phase 2. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. I don't have 5,000 followers yet. Every video doesn't get 100 likes and 25 shares and 1,000 views. And so we let what's coming affect what we're doing to get there. Now, again, the accelerator is phase 2. The bridge between 1 and 3, where 1 helps 3 and 3 helps 1, is getting the contact info and directing the traffic back to phase 1.
Can I ask one more question?
Of course.
So I'm recognizing I can write till the cows come home. Mm-hmm. So I can write content effortlessly. Yep. And that can turn into a podcast. I need to set up a podcast. Yep. And it can turn into a video. So it can be both written articles and video content and podcast. They're all in the same kind of family. I'm wondering, should I be focusing on that or trying to build a Facebook group just by showing content and inviting people in, where then you have them where they are, you can reach out to them, like having a list. Is it better to go the email list way or the Facebook group way for your own people?
I much prefer having their email and their phone number over liking them in Facebook or them being a connection on LinkedIn or whatever.
Or right? In your
Those
Facebook
are such
group.
Weak bonds. I mean, how many Facebook groups do you think you're in right now? Just estimate.
I avoid them because I haven't time to be in them. Yeah.
Well, I can't have you embrace something you don't agree with. Use it yourself. Well, put it this way. I got people all the time that will message me in Facebook about some other platform being the best way to generate leads.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? Wait, I'm not interested in learning something from you that you don't do. So if you don't do Facebook groups, don't do it yourself.
Well, I could learn. I mean, it's just managing time,
I got that. I got that. But when you ask me, what do I embrace first? Well, in here, let me break it down. In phase one, I would pick one platform. And it would be the platform that you use the most. So if you're on YouTube the most, make it YouTube. You're on Facebook the most, make it Facebook. You're on LinkedIn the most, make it LinkedIn. TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't, whatever it is, pick one platform and make one post. Now, I know you've done this, Sarah, so this is for everybody. A lot of people haven't done this yet. They're waiting for it to be perfect. They're waiting to get started. They're waiting for whatever might happen, or they've done it once and it didn't work. Right? It's like, well, it'd be like me having a salad this afternoon and say, how come I didn't lose 50 pounds yet? I had a salad. What's going on? I didn't even have dressing on it. How have I not lost the weight that took me decades to put on, right? So now it's one post, and then it becomes one consistent post. Weekly, couple times a week, daily. You got to get to here with one platform where you're posting consistently before you think about going to a second platform. Now, what's interesting is your two platforms, it could start with YouTube, and then your second platform could be Facebook, or vice versa. So if you're posting a video on YouTube and now you go on to Facebook, you're not starting from scratch. You're bringing your YouTube traffic to your Facebook account, or like I did, bring your Facebook traffic to your YouTube account. You just pick a platform.
How do you because Facebook don't like you sending people to YouTube. How do you handle that?
Well, they're not liking your post right now either. So I don't worry about what they like or don't like. I go right into YouTube. Let me show you. I'll do it right now. I'm going to pick a video. Let me go to one of my more recent videos. I'll go to this one. I got two of the same. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I click the three dots. I hit share. Mm-hmm. And you see the blue circle?
Yeah.
I don't care. I click the blue circle. I don't care. I really could care less. And I'm not even going to, I'm just going to literally just click share. I don't even care. I literally just posted the YouTube video on my social media, on my Facebook.
That's what I need.
Yeah,
That's what I need.
Facebook's not doing you any favors right now anyway.
But does anyone then see it?
Well, nor should they, because they want their money. Okay?
So what's the use? Yeah.
No, I'm not suggesting that you immediately start paying them money, but I would start looking into some sort, try this first, see if you can get this moving, because what this is going to do is it's going to take YouTube traffic, Facebook traffic to YouTube, and I know Facebook doesn't like it. So might they suppress it? Might they not? Sure, but they're doing that to us now. You really want to get around that one, pay them the money. Short of that, take what you can, right? Take what you can. An engaging thumbnail with a great title and a link. We'll see. I don't listen. I'll leave this up. I don't know either. I'll leave this up, but I'm just telling you, this button's here. YouTube sure loves this button, right? So I'm okay with doing that on any of the platforms that you see where it's already connected. I didn't add these myself. This is on the YouTube platform already. Boom, done. And that's what I didn't do in the past. In the past, I didn't use my first platform to feed my second platform. I built them kind of simultaneously. And these are only really two platforms I use. I should be using LinkedIn. I told you though, I can't stand it. I can't stand going on it. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. So eventually all that's going to be left is people selling to each other on that platform if it's not there already.
The only thing about LinkedIn, and this is consistent, as soon as you post something or comment on somebody's anything, they then go and look you up.
Yeah.
That's worth something.
Good.
Yeah.
So, but make sure there's something there for them to go look up.
Yes. It needs revision. Yeah.
And so here's what's interesting. I'm gonna try this on myself. If I search for myself, my website comes up, my LinkedIn comes up, my Facebook comes up. That's my grandfather's obituary comes up. We have the same name. What comes up next? YouTube. So that's the first page. YouTube, my website, my Facebook, my LinkedIn. So pretty much the first page is all me except for my grandfather's obituary article. Fine. And I'm actually a little surprised that YouTube isn't higher, but keep in mind, Google owns YouTube. So if someone's going to Google you, LinkedIn pays to be really, really high, right? LinkedIn pays about, but if I go to videos, now I should have videos, and now the videos, they're not all mine. See, I got some work to do. Oh, but you know why? Because they're not under Don Pikula. My videos are under Golden Goose Studios. Whoops, put an E on there would help. So now if I Google Golden Goose Studios, my website, Facebook, YouTube, my website, LinkedIn, my Facebook, Instagram, Canva, is it Canva? Who makes that shoe? What's that shoe company? Canvas or Canva? I don't know. Someone makes the shoes, and then it's mine again, YouTube. So, when people go to search for you, YouTube's one of the best places they can go look. I love having YouTube. They're high on the list in Google because Google owns it. Google wants you to go there. But the whole idea is to have these channels traction and help each other. Right.
So you have to put your name then. If your brand in YouTube is Don Pikula, then if people are looking up Don Pikula, they won't find all your Golden Goose stuff. So do you put Don Pikula in all your video names?
Well, I do tag both. So it will show up depending on if you search it in YouTube or search it on Google. It will show up in the SEO. SEO is a whole nother category of being found. What I'd focus on, Sarah, immediately is you've done phase 1 consistently, 30 videos. Keep going, don't stop, but you've done it. Now, generate some of your own traffic, including this group, to go to phase 1 videos. Go through your Gmail, find all the contacts you have, and let's get that into phase 1. Okay?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And that would be what's massively gonna get you moving, more so than any other trick or trying something different in the videos. Keep doing what you're doing. More so, by the way, than you starting starting a Facebook group it's an effective strategy, but it's a new strategy, right? Keep going on the one you have, feed it, give it some of that, give it some boost, give it some traction, because you've already got something built around there. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, you got it. And again, this was better than the video I was going to make, just simply based on your question. Right? Because I would not have gone this deep on it. But this makes a ton of sense. And by the way, I'll put your YouTube handle, and Mark, I'll put yours in here too, because I see those in the chat right here. I'll put these in the description of the video so people can check it out too. And if you're here, I'll grab your, if you want to put it in the chat now, I'll grab this chat. I'll get you, or I'll find you on YouTube somehow. I'll post you in there so that when people are watching this in the future, they can see the progress you've made. But again, you're going to have to now, it's a balancing act, right? This doesn't stop just because you're on to phase 2. This keeps going. You're better at it. You're better at the tech side of it. You're faster at it, right? All this has gone to the good. Yes. Now you can add making it your business to go get contact info of interested people. So now you're on to where am I at now? How many do I have? And how many can I add? And how fast can I add them? And if I choose to invest to add them, what should I be investing in? How little can I invest to get the leads? Do it organically. This will be your podcast, right? This will be better yet, you being a guest on podcasts will be more impactful than your podcast. Does that make sense? Then phase 3 is when we're looking at a certain subscriber, certain followers, the likes, the shorts. This is where the algorithm knows you. The algorithm, Sarah, on both platforms, it's kind of getting to know you, but it don't know you real well yet, right? Now, it'll get to know you really well if you pay them, or if you feed it your own traffic, and then it'll pay attention to you, and it pays attention to you in phase 3. Now, for some people, they'll drop the $30,000 in maybe it's not 30, but at least $10,000, $15,000 in spend to jump over phase 2 and go right to phase 3. That you can buy yourself leads, followers, subscribers, likes, and you can even do it with your ideal audience, although it's difficult. What you're doing is actually going to be more impactful to build your ideal a following of your ideal audience by using your current context to start it. You're giving it the context in which to go find people by sending people that you already know. That way later it's sending people from here that it thinks will like you and know you. But sometimes when you just pay for it, when you just skip it, listen, some of those views that you're paying for are not real views, they're not real people. And you end up doing yourself a massive disservice. Yeah, you might have 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and maybe it cost you $1 or 50 cents a subscriber. Great, but they're not real people, and they're certainly not going to invest in your product, services, and solutions. Let's pace ourselves getting to this so that when we do get there, it does the work for us. It's the right people. We fed the right info. We didn't try to fake it. We didn't try to lie about it. We didn't shortcut it. This will be your work.
I think the strategy part of this is really key, and that's something you're really good at, because it's not shiny object syndrome, but there are so many moving parts. Mm-hmm. For me, it's hard to tell which one to put my attention on. Yep. So the focus is really key. So this is really helpful today, honestly.
Well, you might pick one module. Right? You want to start talking about that second platform? Call it Facebook, call it YouTube. Pick one module and do a live for 1 whole hour and just teach that one module. Now, what's your call to action? It's not to book a call with you. It's not to buy something of yours. The call to action is just to like and subscribe. Right? It's just to head over to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube. Like that's the whole call to action for that. Now you may think, well, that's ridiculous. What? Or maybe it's just to capture their information so you can send them something, not buy something, but send them something.
So I could do one, for example, on confidence, yes, and then give them the confidence affirmations. Yeah.
In exchange for name, email, phone number, or name, exactly, email, whatever you choose, which by the way, they understand they're going to go back into your phase 1 and the process will start. Yeah. Build a fire, put logs on the fire, cook your meal. Okay. It doesn't work any other way. It's the only way I can explain it, where this is the phase you're at right now. Some people need to start a fire. You're now at the part needing to feed your fire before it goes out, right? Because it don't look as big and beautiful as you want it to look right now, right? The videos are fine, but it ain't giving you much warmth. You start putting some serious logs on that fire, it will rev up enough to get cooking. Okay? Yeah. You're making great progress. Your videos are great. I love that you're testing different things in the platform. You're testing doing videos with you. You're testing interviews. Yeah. You're testing doing you did a B-roll, a faceless or a narrated video. You're testing all kinds of things. Yeah. And you know what's interesting? If I go back, and I know these may be a little older, but if I look at your channel again, and I go to videos, by the way, just like I taught to do on people who are in your space, right? What's the most clickable? What are people watching? I go to popular. This one isn't even in English, but what video is this about?
No, that's singing, I think.
What's this one? Prayer surrender.
That's a sort of spiritual kind of stuff.
What's this one?
These are old ones from singing.
I know, but you say old, that's only a year ago.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I wanted to put something in there just to have something come alive.
But look what came alive.
Yeah.
Listen, this 342 views in one video. Yeah. Your next one's half that.
Yeah, I'm trying different things because, I am an author, I am a singer, I am a speaker, I am a writer. So that's why I'm wondering when I have Speakeasy at the top, if I should just have that as Sarah Sai. Because Speakeasy is for interviews only, and the channel is not for interviews only, it's for everything.
Well,
how to handle that?
I'm okay with how this looks here. I don't think this is
lovely.
This is adding or taking away by any means.
Okay.
What I think is happening, because most people, by the way, are going to look at this on their phone. Most people are not looking at this way. And most people, by the way, aren't even going to get to see your channel. They're going to watch a video first. So you doing a few videos, not all of them, but you doing a few videos singing, if that's what they're looking for and that's what they're finding you for, I know that's not where you want to be with them, but it's where they want to find you. Let them find you here and then come into these other places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Now, that may mean that you may start out a video where you are singing.
I was wondering
or someone's singing.
Yeah.
And then you transition into,
yeah.
Your first point of contact doesn't have to be or shouldn't be your entire solution and system.
Yeah.
Right. So you're talking about, voice and inner voice and alignment and all kinds of things. Where does that start? Tell you what, if you just did 2 other videos similar to this and you could duplicate this, meaning if you could get a couple hundred views off of a couple of videos, well, that's going to change the strategy. I still at some point need to convert them into something, right?
Yeah.
But I need to get their attention before I can convert them. And if your audience is going to be brought in through your voice, do that and then find a way that you tell the story about your voice and where, what tools and support and coaching and alignment and your inner voice, you then transition into how all of that has an impact for you and for them. So you may have to meet them somewhere where you're not all that fond of, but then bring them to where you know they need to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you try to, hey, over here's where you need to be, and over there's the video, and over there, no, they're not even looking over there. So you're out in the field, or put it this way, you're out in the stage, and there's no one in the auditorium. They didn't know there was a show going on.
Yeah.
You got to go get them and bring them into your world, and then they'll listen to anything you have to say.
Yeah.
Anything you have to say.
And Don, one other thing, when I was posting those videos yesterday, I couldn't find the link to to post a similar video. That's key for what you're talking about. For with these, I could send them to something else that's related that isn't singing. But has that been taken down? That link?
Oh, you mean if you wanted to put this video in the description of another video?
Yeah.
Yeah, you click on the 3 dots.
When people finish watching one video, that then they automatically get a play of the second video, but that seems to have gone.
No, I don't think so. Let me take a look just to be sure here. I'm going to go into. I need to find my videos.
I hope this is interesting to other people and it's not just me.
Yeah, no, I got you. Under your videos. So if I wanted to do it here, it would be on the end screen, thumbnail, playlist, audience, show more, paid promotion, chapters, tags, language, recording date. I know I see it when I upload the video. I'd not exactly try to go back and change it, but there's got to be a way.
Yeah, I haven't seen it when I'm uploading the video. That's why, because it used to be there, but I'm not used to going into all these details either.
Under editor, you can add the end screen.
So it's called end screen.
The end screen is where you're going to see, watch this video next, watch that video next. I put it in the description. I don't put it on the screen. I put it on the description.
So, but even at that, how do you click? Where do you put your second video? Because they used to have a simple thing where you just click and you choose the next video for them to go to.
And it says that on the upload. When you're uploading a video, it's much easier. When you're editing a video, if I throw one in there real quick, if I go to upload videos, and if I throw one in here.
Are you talking about setting the playlist of videos?
No, just the next one for them to automatically, you know how there's a next one that comes up?
Yeah.
Have the next one be yours.
I'm just going to throw something in here real quick.
Calls it a playlist?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought playlists are your own playlists that you enjoy.
So Sarah, I just uploaded a video. I'm not going to go through the descriptions and all that because I'm not going to actually post it. Let's go next. Oops, it needs another minute to, show more. Yeah, it just needs to upload a little bit longer, I think, than I have it here. Upload, show more. And then I would normally do all this. I go to next. I can add an end screen right here.
And I went into that yesterday and I couldn't find out how to do it.
Oh, well, I can either add a video, import a video. I can tag a video. This and add an end screen is where this. It's easier on the upload than it is after. But if you have a video already, you have to go find. I'm going to cancel that upload. That was just a thing.
Yeah.
I would go find the video. I click on edit. I go to editor, and I can add the end screen with one of these options.
Okay.
Right, makes
So
sense?
just go into video editor.
Video editor inside YouTube. So find your video, click on edit, go to editor, add the end screen. You'll be good to
Okay.
go. Cool. So listen, hope you all got value out of this. Sarah said those were incredible questions. It was a great example of walking someone through this process who's in that challenge. A lot of people in your boat, Sarah Sai, and a lot of people quit right where you are and right before where you are because they don't think it works. And they quit just before it started to work. So adding these techniques, feed it with some context you have, find what context you have now, make it your hobby, make it your job, make it your mission to add contacts on a weekly basis to your list so that you can send them to your content so they can convert. And on the front side, test a couple videos that include that singing. It's beautiful. You're known for it. You might not even realize how big your audience is, and they'll reconnect with you on that side and then be very interested. You have to take them on the journey through your story, right? But they'll be very interested in how you got to that level and why all the things that you teach now were actually the critical points that helped you then. Does that make sense? And you're not out of alignment, you're not out of order, they'll be interested. Cool. Now I got to do one thing here. I actually I filmed this video in reverse. And by the way, I'm leaving this all in for YouTube. If you're watching this now, this live session, we answered the question. I'm going to go back and actually put a little intro on this video now so that that I can have the hook in the proper spot so they know what it's about. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you like and subscribe or you're interested in more content like this or want to reach out to anyone you see on the screen, I've put their links to their YouTube videos if they gave it to me, their channels in the description here so you can follow their progress and check them out as well whenever you're watching this in the future. Take care.